Listen, while everyone's worried about whether the market's going to crash, I'm stacking 7 ETF positions that could set you free from that soul-crushing 9 to 5. And no, I'm not talking about boring index funds your HR rep suggested. I'm talking about strategic moves that paid for my retirement twice after filing bankruptcy in 2007. Stay with me. 2026 is shaping up differently than most people expect. After 3 monster years in the S&P 500, everybody and their cousin thinks the party's over. But here's what I learned going from bankrupt pharmacist to running multiple 7-figure businesses. When everyone's scared, that's when the real opportunities show up. Now, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a guy who figured out how to escape the corporate grind using strategies that actually work. And today, I'm breaking down 7 ETFs that fit perfectly into the wealth building framework I teach. But before we dive in, do me a favor, smash that like button if you're serious about building real wealth. Subscribe and hit that bell because I drop videos like this every single week to help you build your escape plan. Let's get into it. First up, we're starting with the Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF, ticker VIG. This is what I call a sleep well at night position. It's got $104 billion in assets under management, and it focuses on companies that don't just pay dividends. They grow their dividends. Growing dividends means growing cash flow, which means real businesses with real profits. And over the past year, VIG is up 17%, basically matching the S&P 500, but with a lot less drama. The expense ratio is only 0.05%. Literally the cost of a pack of gum per year for every $1,000 you invest. The top holdings, Broadcom, Microsoft, Apple, JP Morgan, Visa, 343 companies total. You're getting diversification across tech, financials, healthcare, industrials, and consumer staples. The dividend yield sits at 1.6%, but it's been growing about 10% annually for 12 straight years. This isn't sexy, but it's smart. Think of it like the foundation of your financial house. You need it solid before you build the rest. Next up is the Global X Cybersecurity ETF, ticker BUG, B-U-G. Here's something my friend Eric, who works in tech, keeps telling me. Companies might cut their AI budget, but they cannot cut cybersecurity. The hackers aren't taking a year off. Bug has $950 million in assets, and it's actually down 2% over the past year. That's your entry point, folks. And when quality takes a breather, you load up. Expense ratio is 0.51%, totally reasonable for specialized exposure. And this ETF holds 31 companies with names like Palo Alto Networks, CrowdStrike, Fortinet, and Okta or Octo, however you say it. And the top 10 holdings make up 55% of the fund, which means you're concentrated on the winners. And cybersecurity is non-negotiable infrastructure. Every company needs it, and the spending only goes up. This is growth with purpose. Number 3 is the iShares Future AI and Tech ETF, ticker ARTY, A-R-T-Y. Everybody's talking about AI being a bubble. And sure, some companies are overvalued, but the spending is real. The infrastructure build out is real. My buddy Alan, who runs a huge, massive, successful business, is investing heavily in AI tools, and he's not alone. ARTY has $2.1 billion in assets, and it's up 37% over the past year. Expense ratio is just under 0.5%. What I love about ARTY is the blend. It mixes small cap growth stocks with mega cap giants. You're getting exposure to NVIDIA and Taiwan Semiconductor alongside emerging players like Micron and Marvel Technology. And the ETF holds 74 companies with 85% in tech, and the top 10 accounting for 42%. This gives you that AI exposure without having to pick individual winners and losers. AI isn't going anywhere. The question is whether you're positioned to profit from it. Let's shift gears to the financial select sector SPDR ETF, ticker XLF. This is my sleeper pick for 2026. Financials are set up perfectly right now. Lower interest rates, potential deregulation, strong earnings growth, and my personal prediction, a wave of mergers and acquisitions in 2026. XLF gives you concentrated exposure to the biggest names. Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. 80 holdings total, with the top 10 making up 56%. You also get a 1.3% dividend yield with about 4% annual growth. Not huge, but it's there. The expense ratio is low, and you're betting on the backbone of American capitalism. When the economy grows, banks win. When M&A activity heats up, investment banks win. This is cyclical exposure at the right time. Number 5 might surprise you. The Global X Copper Miners ETF, ticker COPX. Everyone's talking about gold hitting record highs, silver hitting record highs, but copper's quietly doing the same thing, and nobody's paying attention. And here's the thing, copper is essential, not fear-based like gold. It's infrastructure-based. Every EV needs copper. Every data center needs copper. Every solar panel, every wind turbine, copper. COPX has $5 billion in assets, and it's up 10% over the past year. The expense ratio is higher at 0.65%, but you're paying for specialized exposure. S&P Global projects copper demand will increase 50% by 2040. Supply is limited. This is basic economics. Rising demand plus limited supply equals higher prices. The ETF holds 46 mining companies globally, with names like Freeport-McMoRan leading the pack. You also get a 2.5% dividend paid semi-annually with strong growth. This is your materials play, unglamorous but essential. My 6th pick is the Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, ticker SCHD. If you want income and you want it reliable, SCHD is hard to beat. It focuses on companies with at least 10 consecutive years of dividend payments, proven track records only. The expense ratio is microscopic at 0.06%, and it currently yields around 3.5%, one of the higher yields on the list. Holdings include Home Depot, Chevron, Lockheed Martin, Texas Instruments, and 103 quality companies that generate serious cash flow. What I love about SCHD is it's perfect for people in or near retirement or anyone building passive income streams. The dividend growth has averaged 12% annually over the past decade. This is the Replace Your Paycheck ETF. In real talk, this is how you fund your escape plan while your growth positions multiply. Last but definitely not least, the iShares Semiconductor ETF, ticker SOXX. Everything runs on chips. Your phone, your car, your refrigerator, AI infrastructure, military systems, everything. And right now, we're in the middle of a massive reshoring movement, bringing chip manufacturing back to the U.S. And SOXX has crushed it historically, and it holds 30 of the best semiconductor companies: NVIDIA, Broadcom, Advanced Micro Devices, Intel, Texas Instruments, Qualcomm, and the expense ratio is 0.35%, and you're getting pure play exposure to the companies powering the future. Whether it's AI, autonomous vehicles, 5G, or quantum computing, semiconductors are the foundation. And this is non-negotiable exposure for any growth portfolio. So there you have it, 7 ETFs for 2026. Now look, I'm not saying dump your entire portfolio into these 7 tomorrow. What I am saying is look at your current allocation and ask yourself, where am I weak and where could I use more diversification? Maybe you need more income. Maybe you need more growth. Maybe you want cyclical exposure. The point is to be intentional. And this is how you build wealth that lasts. And please drop a comment below it. Tell me, which of these 7 are you most excited about for 2026? And if you got value from this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And remember, wealthy people don't work for money. They make money work for them. These 7 ETFs, they're your workforce. Now, check out this next video where I dive deeper into building wealth strategies that actually work. Peace be with you, and see you on the other side.